Hello everyone, and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Welcome to Season 1 of the King's Cup. 20 duelists across anime, games, and even the manga will compete in a duel each every week for 19 weeks. Whoever has the highest rank at the end will be crowned the King or Queen of Games. Defending champion Yami Yugi will be here. He is in this King's Cup. Today, everyone has their first duel. So we get to see who is starting well, who is looking good. But remember, there's still 18 duels for everyone after today. Let's take a look at our bracket. Every of the matches will be match duels. Unlike Tag Force, which we currently are doing for the Champions Cup in the weekend, which is all single duels, lose once and you're out. This is different. This is round robin, so even if you lose the match, you're not out. These are the matchups for today. We're going to start with Howard X. Miller versus Jack Atlas, a character that appeared very few episodes against someone who appeared in most of his series. You have Tricky Tommy Noble against Yusha Sakaki. Blue Maiden against Nistro. Taya Gardner and Yami Yugi, they face off immediately. It's always fun to see characters from the same series fight each other. Rin versus Antinui, a synchro matchup. Angie, one of the two game characters, against Disa, the other of the game characters. Angie from the World Championship Series, using a dark deck, specifically Shadol, and Disa with an upgraded Monarch deck, because she's from Tag Force, uses Monarchs there. At least Tag Force 1 and 3. She's the only one currently qualified for the final for the Champions Cup in Tag Force right now. So out of the characters that are in this, then Roman Goodwin against Brooke Walker with Quattro and Aster Phoenix. Yami Merrick versus Miss Chono. Let's see who's more evil out of the two of them. And then Tanya against someone who I have a soft spot for, Dipper Orion, and not because necessarily because it's Dipper, because he's Constellar, and Constellar is my favorite archetype. And then Angie has Shadol, and I also like Shadol. Especially the earlier ones, because I use that competitively. Let's get this going. Howard X. Miller, Jack Atlas. I'll get the matchup started. Here we go. Let's see who's gonna do it. Howard X. Miller, Jack Atlas. Lose one game, you still get the second one. It's random who goes first. I did mention that, like in the bottom left and top right, where you see the characters' names and a little image. I wanted to have the characters' names there in the images. I haven't been able to get that going yet because it takes quite a bit of time the way I want to do that. I haven't been able to set that up for week 1. Hopefully for week 2 I will have that available. Oh, Jack comes in with a synchro immediately. Vice Dragon and Chain Resonator makes the Red Rising Dragon. Ooh. Brings back Chain Resonator, goes in for the attack. That's Morphing Jar. That's immediately showing one thing I don't like about the AI. They like to attack with their lowest attack monster first, even if that thing has 100 attack. Jack is probably one, I'm guessing one of the stronger decks, because it is a V4 deck, but it's probably one of the stronger ones. So much support for Resonators and Red Dragon Archfiend cards. Definitely not all of it. Most of the Arc 5 support he doesn't have. So that'll be in his V5 deck if I ever make that. It's Howard X. Miller trying to mill him down. Top of Ace. Which one will we give now? Tail, so Jack draws 2, which can be good, can be bad, at least less cards. Card Destruction. Well played, so that's 6 cards more away for Jack. 21 left. And he does play some insects, Howard X. Miller, so he can actually bring Doomdozer out as something for both attack and defense. 2 more with Shield Worm, have a nice 2000 defense. So Jack, you're lower on cards right now. And there's a Doomdozer to get rid of, but you have a lot of synchro options. Let's see what you're gonna do. 7 cards in hand. 2 Resonator calls. That's thinning the deck out. Howard X. Miller does not complain. 3 Resonator cards. He's still not complaining. Because that's another card out of the deck that helps towards milling. I feel like Howard X Miller's mill deck and then Marek's burn deck are either going to work really well in this tournament or really not. Because of how unique they are. The fact that Doomdozer came out early, I think, is what might bring Howard the first win. But it's far from over. Here comes Chaos King Archie, which can swap attack and defense to something he battles, but it's still not enough to be Doomdozer. Okay, Chain Resonator. So 2 of them come back. Now he has something strong enough. Here's the Synchro Summon of Red Dragon Archfiend, his very soul. There we go. Does have to mill for the attack, but at least Doomdozer's out of there. But there's still 7,800 life points left. That's big damage. Why do you attack with that? I still don't understand. Well, you would have... Otherwise, Red Dragon actually would have destroyed it, but that's still probably better than not. 1 day apiece for no battle damage and another card drawn. Why Morphing Jar in attack position? Just set the thing. You're not trying to win on battle damage. That's one thing I would change about the AI. Why is Shield Worm in attack position? Jack has just 8 cards left at this point. 7. He needs to hurry. Oh, it's an attack position, so Red Dragon Archfiend's effect won't immediately destroy it. That's actually smart. That's 5 left. And they attack to not be destroyed, but that might have been the better play, because every time they attack, Riftkeeper Servant comes in. There's another one. And that's a Needleworm. I think Howard might have this to the first one. Is he going to beat Jack Atlas? It's a match duel, so he hasn't won the match by that point. But the early Doomdozer might have helped defend long enough. There's Chaos King Archfiend. Okay, he's bringing in the attack power, but he's not going to be able to attack a second time. Because that mills 2 cards. Needleworm mills the rest. And he still attack with Chain Resonator. Now he can't attack. Because he can't pay the cost for the attack. So all Howard X Miller needs to do is end his turn and he wins. Or play 1 day apiece. I don't think he can even do that. The opponent can't draw. But now, Game 1 goes to Howard X Miller. Now the point system for this is interesting. For this King's Cup. If you win, you get 3 points. If you win the total match. If you lose, you don't necessarily get 0. Because you get a point for every game that you win. So every individual duel. If you win the match, you win 2 duels. So that's 2 points. And you get an additional point for winning the match, total 3. If you lose 2 to 1, so let's say Jack Atlas would win the next 2. Then Jack gets a 3 points, but Howard X Miller still gets the 1 for winning this game. So that's going to be really important in the long run. If there is a tie, both players get a tie. Will get a point for the tie, and then likely it's 1-1. So they've both won 1 of the duels as well. So they'll end up with 2 points. Oh, both Needleworm. There's card destruction. Set Needleworm first, please, before card destruction. Oh, a couple of aces smart before card destruction, especially the opponent draws. Okay, don't card destruction yet, then yeah. Early defender is nice, because then they don't have their synchros out yet to defeat it. They're gonna attack with Pyramid Turtle, yeah. That's some damage, but he's not trying to win on damage. Level 7, is that... Can he make Chaos King? I don't think he can. He can. Oh, just a Fiend type tutor, not a Fiend type non-tutor. Okay. So that can definitely work for next turn. Because you can make Destiny Hero Defender's defense 100. Jack just needs to attack and push early, because otherwise Howard is going to get his stall cards, is going to get stuff with Needleworm and card destruction active. Find Girthkeeper Servant. The harder you push early, the better. Side effects. Gets rid of some cards. The Harpy's Feather Duster there is nice. That's a level 4 Dark Resonator, so that's a level 8 Red Dragon Archfiend. Pretty sure he has Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, and then he has some of the... I think it's Jack's cards in the manga. The Hot Red Dragon Archfiend and its evolutions. Ooh! Using the effect destroying Hyro Shadow Scout, so that effect doesn't even go off. And now the field is clear. Smart play. Very well done by Jack. Okay, what's 1 day apiece now, right? Yeah. Okay, so no damage for the next turn. The monster can still be destroyed. There's a resonator, but it's gonna get dark bribed. Probably not worth it, I'd say. Because they were gonna add a card anyway. But then what else are you gonna use it on? And they still had a resonator. There goes Hyrule Shadow's gonna draw 3 cards. Send all the spells to the grave. So there's a chain resonator, there's a clock resonator. He has all the resonators he wants. And a powerful rebirth that didn't really work. However, he can still card destruction. They will still attack with all of them due to Red Dragon Archfiend's negative effect. That definitely holds me back from like playing the Red Dragon Archfiend in more decks. Ooh, that can get rid of all of them. Sends all cards back to the deck. So the synchros obviously go to the extra deck. Oh, that's a level 12. Is that Red Nova? He just made Red Nova Dragon, and none of the test duels he ever made Red Nova Dragon. Okay. But Morphing Joe 2 is going to get rid of them, and they don't know that. Bye-bye! Everything's in extra deck. There is a powerful rebirth, not in the main phase for some reason. You could have... I mean, not in the battle phase. You could have still attacked with these. Okay. No complaints from Howard. Still hasn't played Needleworm, though. You should play Needleworm. That's more mill. Morphing Jar 2 would have been nice on that full field. That would have milled quite a few cards. Because for every card sent to the main deck, cards are revealed from the top of the deck until you hit the amount of monsters you send back. And then out of those monsters, whichever ones can be normal summon or set, that are level 4 and below, I think, they are set on the field. Okay, that stops the attacks. And then everything that isn't manually flip summoned, to get rid of the effects, now goes face up, and then Jack throws one card for each. 25 cards left there, 20. Feel like that's 15. Okay. That's it. Jack has the field advantage. It doesn't look as good as last time for Howard, for sure. But Jack does need to keep pushing. There comes another Endless Decay. Just 2,100 points. He attacks with a stronger one. Oh, because he knows it's Warm Worm this time. Okay. 11 cards left. But also 2,600 life points. Is it Hot Red Dragon Archfiend this time, or is it going to make regular again? It's regular Red Dragon Archfiend, because why not? 1,600 life points. What's he going to do? You can Shallow Grave for Needleworm now. Yep, that's another 5 cards, and there's the other Red Dragon Archfiend. There's 2 of them in the deck, I believe. Now, why did you not play Card Destruction? That's just another 3 cards. You need to survive this turn. If Howard survives this turn, he can do it. Here comes Red Nova Dragon, so he's pushing it. Why not Red Dragon Archfiend first? That's the mill. If I don't remember what the trap is. Can the trap stop Red Nova Dragon? Can the trap stop Red Nova Dragon 7,500 attack? 8,000 attack. It can't! Jack Atlas wins game 2, so we're gonna have a game 3 to decide things. Howard won the first one, got Jack to 0 cards left for the second one. But we're not done yet. After game 3. Who is going to take that very first victory? Who's going to go into the history books for the first ever win? First ever match win in the Master Duel King's Cup. Starting with Jack, just a simple Heavy Knight of the Flames. 2 Needleworms and a Warm Worm. That's a nice start. Shallow Grave as well to bring back one of them. Dark Resonator, they're going for the attacks first. Let's mill 5 from Needleworm. I saw Battle Fader go. And a bunch of spells and traps, it's probably good. Level 7 Synchro into Chaos King Archfiend. That's a common one, because that doesn't require a specific non-tuner. I believe The non-tuner has to be Dragon for Explode or Dragon Wing. There comes the second Needleworm, just setting that up nicely. And then Shallow Grave perhaps next turn. Endless Decay for little more power. I guess if you don't have anything else to summon, you might as well. So Pyramid Turtles go. I saw that Resonator goes. That's 23 left. Shallow Grave now would probably be a good idea. No, waiting until you have nothing else left. The earlier he plays Shadow Grave, the less options Jack has. But the mills do allow quite a few monsters. That's a smart Dark Bribe. Because that's just a strong monster that they make sure it doesn't hit the field. Also extra draw. Helps with the deck out a little bit. If anyone knows how to alter the AI so they don't always attack with the weakest one. Like, Clock Resonator, maybe if you expect another Needleworm, then I can understand it, or Harrow Shadow Scout. But you saw in game 1, you saw Chain Resonator attack. Chain Resonator should not be attacking unless you know the opponent is 0 defense. Like this. That's dumb. No way that thing's ever going to beat anything unless there's no card confirmed in that entire deck that is 0 defense. It's not smart. If anyone knows which button to press for the AI to stop them from doing so, please let me know. Because that does alter some duels negatively. I like how Jack is Karibo. it's a random mate that they have every duel. I like to have Karibo. And Endless Decay comes back anyway. Because why not? Harrow Shadow Scout makes them draw 3. There is a spell, so that goes to the graveyard immediately. They want to see spells. Renee, Mirror Force, that's one to remember, but he doesn't attack much. Unless with Morphing Jar 2 in game 1, because he decided that. Here comes level 8 Synchro. And we're going to see Red Dragon Archfiend. It's just Red Dragon Archfiend. I saw Hot Red Dragon Archfiend to the other ones way more during the test duels. But on the tournament stuff, it's like Jack is summoning his very soul. Here goes Pot of Avarice. Okay, yeah, he just gets extra draws, but that doesn't leave him with anything for Shallow Grave, does it? How much does he have left? 12 cards left in Jack's deck, but 2,500 life points remain. On Howard. Shallow Grave can get him something. Needleworm. Play Shallow Grave, come on. Actually, no, Shallow Grave is not smart, because then Needleworm won't get attacked into. Side Effect is good. They get more life points, opponent draws cards. Play Side Effect. The AI doesn't often play Side Effects, I've noticed. Why are you normal summoning Needleworm? I guess to not have it be destroyed by Red Dragon Archfiend's effect, but now you don't have the mill. Oh no. That's 25. Yeah, that's over. Jack Atlas comes through after a game 1 loss. Jack Atlas is the one that takes the first victory. Open up challenge, let's give him the points, and hopefully all the points are correct and everything will look fine. I'll have to test that after, I guess, this stream to look at the scores. Howard X Miller gets 1, Jack gets 2. Gives Jack the win, submits scores. We'll look at the end if that's all correct, but Jack gets it 2-1. The next duel we're going to set up is Tricky Tommy Noble with his Fire Fist deck, which includes 3 copies of Ultimate Baseball Kid. Speaking of Ultimate Baseball Kid, there's a new Ultimate Baseball Kid that was literally just either revealed or released. So, whenever that comes to Master Duel, Tricky Tommy Noble's going to slight deck upgrade. Because he needs to play that card. So, Tricky Tommy Noble against Yusha. Let's set that one up. Tricky Tommy, where's your deck? Against Yusho Sakaki. Fire Fist against Performapal. Where is your deck? Here. Let's go. There's immediately an Ultimate Baseball Kid to start off. But it's Yusha with the first move. Just simple 2 sets. And then pass to Tommy. Place the immediate Feather Duster. Hit through in Lance, Wolfbark attacks. Takes out the pupil. Magician's Souls. You should not be the only one that plays that card. There's a certain other spellcaster specialist who has it. But I don't think they have relinquished Anima. Here's a link too. I didn't say stay super exclusive to just the anime cards. I gave them some upgrades as well. Some of them I feel like have a bit more upgrades than they maybe should have, but it's something I'm gonna get a feel for during this tournament. They're not gonna... For the King's Cup, if I make any deck alterations, they will be very minor. They're gonna change the ace, I'm not gonna change half their extra deck, stuff like that. But I may make very slight additions to decks if I feel like that's appropriate for certain characters for the development, or just to make it more fair. But if some decks are slightly better than others, then that's fine in my eyes. Here comes the ultimate baseball kid, but this forbidden droplet. Weakening baseball kid. Why not Wolfbark? Huh? Why not Wolfbark? Wolfbark was the one that was going for Linkross. Then again, a baseball kid would have done that too. Weird. Baseball kid's gotten even stronger. That's 2,500 attack smashed to the face. A baseball kid can deal some burn damage, so if during the end phase that seems to be good. That's a play they might make. Horse Prince? Horse Prince can summon another baseball kid. Ooh, okay. They get to set the Tanosider. No, they play Rooster. Rooster adds Gorilla. It's a really strong baseball kid. Finish it. Boom! Home run! Tricky Tommy Noble gets game 1 over Yusha Sakaki, who never really got going. Just got overpowered. Looking good. Let's go to game 2. Let's see if you can go. If you can do it again, Yusha will once again be starting. Hopefully for him, he'll have a better start than the last time. And otherwise, Tricky Tommy Noble gonna get the first 2-0 victory. Magician's Souls, okay. At least they have Magician's left hand. They also find right hand, so that is useful. As negating the first spell and the first trap. As long as a spellcaster is controlled. So that's why Tanky isn't played, I think. Because it would be negated. But it would stay in the field, right? But then it just wouldn't do anything, even the continuous boost. They could have taken out Magician's Souls and then played Tanky. Not what they went for. Anima doesn't really get its effect going. Because of the positioning of Wolfbark. Halka Fibrax. Yep. Halka Fibrax is one of the fancy cards that is, I believe, forbidden, I think? Or is it limited in some formats? But some characters have some really fancy cards. There's Celine. There's some spell counters. There's a monster. And you know what one of the boss monsters is that Yusho has? There's a certain combo with Halka Fibrax and Celine and some spell counters that ends up in Access Code Talker. Yeah, I think 2 characters have access code, I think. And Yusho is one of them. Destroys the trap. Destroys the Wolfbark. Here's Yusho's power. I think it's Bear that can destroy monsters, Gorilla Throw spells and traps, right, with its effect? Find Bear. You need Bear, summon Bear, use effect. Because that's the only way you're dealing with Access Code Talker. But Effect Veiler in the hand! Effect Veiler stops it. So set Compulse and use Compulse immediately next turn before main phase. Because otherwise they can still get rid of Bear. No, they don't. Okay, wait, they can't. Why didn't they play it? The activate card is in response to this card. Okay, that was Tommy just forgetting to play the card. I know apparently you can't play the card in response. If I just quickly read that correctly. But he should have just played it before main phase. But maybe he was waiting to do it in response because there was no need for it yet. But they could have also gone for Bear and then played it in response. But yeah, they should have played that before main phase to get rid of access code, and then they would have had a chance. I don't know why Effect Veiler was in attack position there. Maybe they just wanted to flex. But yeah, that is a 1-to-1 score. We still haven't seen much of Yusho's actual cards in terms of his theme. We saw the Pupil early on. And we saw some of the Magician's cards in the second game, but they didn't apply too much. That is the thing with how I built his deck, and maybe I'm a little unhappy with that. Is it brings out some of the combos that are bring out access code, stuff like that. There's Sky Magician. I love to see that. But it brings out. It's easier to bring out certain other boss mods that don't stick to the main theme. I like that the main theme of the decks, like the Resonators and the Red Dragon Archfiends for Jack, the Performance Pals Sky Magician and the other Performance Pals for Yusho, they should still be the main thing that's easiest to summon and will be most commonly summoned. And then the other options, like Chaos King Archfiend maybe, or in this case, Access Code Talker, Celine, stuff like that, is on the side and isn't summoned as much. There should still be options, I think. Most decks should have options like that. Alka-Fibrax? Alka-Fibrax. That's one of the reasons to Effect Veiler's in that deck. Here comes a card, here comes another Link, that makes Celine. I think he's just going for it. He has Sky Magician and he's going for Access Code. No, review. What? He's not? Making a Akashic Magician? Why? Oh, for Sky Magician's effect. Okay. You're gonna make Access Code now then? Sometimes they make combos that I don't understand. Link Cross. Yeah, okay, Link Cross makes sense. And then you get your 2 tokens. And you're gonna do a token plus Celine? No, token plus Link Cross. Oh, maybe the token doesn't work because it's a normal monster. Well, there's Access Code. Gets boost from Celine. There's multiple links. Actually, there's more Link monsters in the graveyard now that they can use for Access Code's effect to destroy stuff. Yeah, once Access Code gets going, it's really hard to deal with it. Yusho wasn't able to get it like in Duel 1. But just like with Howard against Jack, it looks like anyway. Who's gonna try it again? There's no Effect Veiler. Well, I was gonna say, it looks like he might be able to do the same thing that Jack did. Lose the first game, win the next 2. That's not quite certain. Bear was able to work here. Night Beam takes out the set. Can't play it in response. There's the final Link token gone. The Magician's left hand stops the resolution of the first trap card. No, negate the effect. Yeah. But that's also only if they have a spellcaster, which they don't. If a set card comes out, set spell or trap, Gyokuk will stop that. Here comes Tanky for Wolfbark. Wolfbark summons something. Oh, is Tommy actually going to beat Yusho? Even though he played Access Code? Bujin to Kagutsuchi, sends 5 to the grave. No Bujin's there, but here comes Rekindling, brings Leopard back. And brings Spirit back. Which gives us a Synchro into Horse Prince. Which means we get a level 3 fire monster. So is he gonna play Baseball Kit? He does play Baseball Kit for 2,500. He could have played the Salaman Great Pixies as well for another 1,000 of Baseball Kit, but I think he's good. I think Tricky Tommy Noble beats Yusho. Bujinte Kagutsuchi direct attacks. And it's another 2-1 victory, but this time it's for Tricky Tommy Noble. 2-1 victory. Who's gonna get the first 2-0 victory? It's bound to happen sometimes. Now remember, Howard, Yusho, they're not out of this tournament. Everyone has 19 duels. Everyone faces everyone else once. That's how we're gonna do this. Next up, Blue Maiden and Nistro. Blue Maiden, under that avatar, plays Marinsos normally, but she has her Trickstar for this. Alright, there's Blue Maiden. And then Nistro. Nistro. Where is Nistro? There is Nistro. So it's Trickstar against Heroics. And it's Nistro who will be making the first move. Here we go. Licorice isn't too honest. Not the greatest start, but Dark Room plus Licorice can still be nice. No monster for Nistro though. There's Candina. Okay, that one swapped a Mystical Space Type Room, but there's still no monsters. Is it Candina into Light Stage? No, Lilybell. Actually, can it add Light Stage? Can it attack any Trickstar card? Yeah. Lilybell gets a special summon. That would be Trickstar Bloom, because I think that can only work with Lilybell. There's a lot of links possible within Trickstar. I don't always understand why they do it. They definitely don't understand the Trickstar hand lock with Droll and Lockbird, so that's why Droll and Lockbird is not in this deck. Interesting how they play it in different columns than the standard one. They do that sometimes with Infinite Impermanence. The fact that they didn't play Present card annoys me a little bit, but I guess this is not a deck destruction deck. Actually, it doesn't annoy me. It's not deck destruction and they don't have Licorice out, so it doesn't matter. Assault Halberd and Candina now makes Kachikochi Dragon, because it's not a warrior, the Trickstar. Honest saves the day, though. Kachikochi out. So that's probably why he couldn't play it before. He quite possibly didn't have Assault Halberd yet, and then he's just the Monster Reborn, but on turn 1, nothing's in the grave. Reborn brings back Kachikochi Dragon now to Blue Maiden's field. Summons Honest just to finish it off, but Mirror Force! Why'd you summon Honest in the first place? You could have finished it with the other two. Now you have nothing. But what does Nistro have? Is this top deck? Is this the top deck challenge already? Nistro just a set card. Present card that only works with Licorice. Access Sword can deal some damage at least. Oh, it's Blue Bond and Buttersmith. That can't be normal summon, but once you have a warrior, you can. And there's Rongo Miniad. One of the strongest cards in the tournament. And Nistro has it. Now, he doesn't have the biggest combos to consistently get the big ones out, like the big effects. But 2 materials, occasionally 3 is something he'll do. Oh, he just has 2,500 attack points left, but that's still a lot. It's gonna finish Blue Maiden off next turn. Unless she draws something good. You have to set that. Yeah. Does he get destroyed if he can't attach? No. He still has a 2,500 attack due to extra swords effect. Not that Dark Room, that doesn't work. That's game 1 to Nistro, it looks like. Yeah, the set card is present card, it doesn't work. Nistro takes game 1. In game 2, it's again Nistro going first. It's randomly decided. It's often been player 2 that goes first. I'll be sure to check if it's actually random, if it didn't accidentally make it player 2 always goes first. But I'm pretty sure it's set to random. Okay, they have light stage, so that can stop the set card. Also, doesn't light stage force an activation in the end phase? Must activate it during the end phase or else send it to the graveyard. Yeah, but the AI never actually activates it. Even if it's activatable, like present card. Or just desserts. I've noticed it's just sent to the graveyard, so I'm not sure if that's bad programming or just for how the light stage interact with the traps, or if it's something else. That's a bit to burn, that's a bit extra burn, that's an attack boost, and also some extra damage from Dark Room. Your Holy Angel is a continuous effect that will just go in and do the damage. Dark Room and Nightmare is a trigger effect. So that's why it builds up 2 chains after all the instant damage is done. Foxglove Witch comes out. Deals some extra damage, which means Light Stage deals damage, which means Nightmare goes off twice. It's just little bits of damage that Trickstar does, but especially with Dark Room out, that can add up quite quickly. Mirror Force the Grave. That was very useful. Nistro, what can you do back? Reinforcement, okay. Gets extra sword. Do you have another Blue Mine and Butter Spy? You do. Wrong mini out again? No Zubaba Generals, so they have a warrior in hand that they want to use. Monster Reborn? Okay, one of the Tricksters in Nistro's field now. Equip. Double Lance. But Honest was in the hand. 2200 damage. There goes some more. Dark Room goes off for some extra damage. What are you going to do now, Nistro? You have one card that's weaker than what Blue Maiden has. Normal summon Candina. Yep. Licorice is played immediately. Candina gets Lilybell, which is a special summon. I can't link summon it now because Foxglove Witch doesn't point down. But that's extra damage. Looking good. That's Holy Angel back to the extra, but I don't think they need it. I think they finished it off this turn. That's destroyed, which means more damage. And then Licorice with the direct attack. We're tied at 1-1. We're still not at a 2-0 victory. And I like that. This shows that they are balanced. It's not like a very simple, basic game balance. Sometimes whoever gets the good cards first, and whoever gets perhaps their boss card or their biggest negate first. Yeah. Starting player is set to random, but it's continuously player 2 that goes first. Mr. 1-game-1 with it, even though he didn't start well. Light Stage, Dark Room, that's a nice start. Double Lance with... Ooh! Allows you can send it to the grave to attack twice. Okay. A lot of extravagance. That's 2 cards. Carbon Lilybell. Terraform gets Light Stage, might as well thin the deck out a bit. Light Stage would then go for a set. No, it's immediately MST'd. But luckily for Blue Maiden, they have a second Light Stage. Which is then going to stop the second one? Lilybell's effect first to special summon it. Dark Room and Nightmare. Second face down is locked. And the 2 Lilybells make Trickstar Deveritus. We're seeing so many of them today. 200 damage, another 200 damage. Dark Room and Nightmare goes off twice. That's another 600 damage. If I could make mates for each of the characters that make more sense outside of just doing random ones, then I would do it. Deveritus beats Double Lance, but only with Honest's help. Extra damage though. Light Stage goes off, Dark Room and Nightmare goes off. That's just an extra 500 damage each time. That adds up. Link 3. Foxglove Witch is out again. That deals damage, which means light stage, which means another 600 from Darkroom and Nightmare. Another 1,000. We're only on turn 2, and Nistro is at 1,200 life points. They need a Destiny Draw now, and Destiny Draw doesn't exist outside Attack Force. Light Stage can stop that. Blue Maiden takes it. Nistro had a really good game 1, but then Blue Maiden just took over. Blue Maiden beats Nistro. It's another 2-1 victory. I'm having a lot of fun so far seeing these duels, the extra animations, the extra intensity that this game offers. I love Master Duel for that. Blue Maiden gets the victory. Oh, you see what match is next. This is one I've been looking forward to. Taya versus Yugi, and it's Yami Yugi. And Taya did definitely upgrade her fairy deck. She's counter fairies now. It is a good deck. But in terms of good decks and upgrades I've given to it, Yami Yugi probably has the best deck. And in the many test duels I've had between many decks that are both in the King's Cup and outside of it, because I have like 80 or so decks at this point for so many different characters already, Yugi has an out so many things, has many combos in his cards, destruction effects, banish effects. Yugi is not one to mess with. He's beatable, but it's difficult. Yugi's gonna start us off. Taya probably wants to go first due to her counter traps that she has. Although, right now she doesn't have counter traps. Deal some damage. Yugi was unable to bring out the Dark Magician or any of the cards, even search them. Turn 1. Just has a set. Jurassic drop off. Not the strongest counter trap, but it's a nice counter trap to have. No search for Magician's Rod, which surprised me a little bit. Here we go with one of the Xyzes that Taya has. She has Utopia. I didn't give her that many Xyz options. I think she just has 3 copies of Utopia, 3 copies of Maestro Symphony Djinn, and then 3 copies of something else. And then 3 copies of her Synchro, then 3 copies of the Counter Fairy Link support. Like, Yugi's just not drawing his monsters when he needs them, and now he can't special summon things other than lights, and a lot of his stuff is dark. Yugi is so good, but he's just bricking against Taya. It's not the match win yet, but Taya with the super easy victory in game 1. What? Okay, I didn't... Like, Yugi will probably lose the match at some point. But Taya already having just even a single thing... Okay, I thought maybe clicking that might change the luck, or maybe it was just coincidence. Taya's gonna start us off now. But she usually can set some interesting counter traps turn 1. Oh, she has counter traps! She has a lot of counter traps. Jurassic drop off to immediately get rid of that card. 2 sets again, no monster? No Magician's Rod? There goes Bountiful Artemis. It isn't that they draw every time a counter trap's activated. Yeah. Magician's Navigation could really help. That's a nice card to have, but Solemn Warning. And that means a draw. Draco, Utopian Aura, Jurassic Drop-Off are going to be set. Oh, okay. Actually, it might be good to summon Utopia. But Barrier Statue might have been nice as well. Although that could be taken up by Magician's Rod on a normal summon. Jurassic Drop-Off, that card's not going to help you. If you don't already have the cards, it's troublesome. Is Taya about to beat Yugi? Solemn Warning. Oh, Taya. Solemn Judgment. It's more life point loss for Taya. Actually, just 500 more. But it's 2,500 more to Yugi. That's probably good. There's a Solemn Warning in case Yugi wants to summon anything. Taya has the life points to pay for it. Yugi has a new draw. Gets Dark. Only activates that card now. Changes the order of cards on top of the deck, but not yet. Utopia attacks again. Yugi has one more turn. He knows what card he's gonna draw due to his spell. He gets himself that. Okay, he gets Illusion of Chaos, but can he actually use it? No. Taya, it's Taya the one that's gonna get it for 2-0 victory, and it's against Yugi, the king of games. The one that I thought would be the best gets 2-0'd by Taya Gardner. He bricked. He barely showed anything of what he's capable of. I wasn't kidding it when I introed the duel. He is one of the best. And I expect him to definitely be one of the highest ranked at the very end of this. But things like this can happen. You need luck sometimes. Taya gets a 2-0 victory, which means right now in the rankings, like Taya, Jack, Tommy, Blue Maiden, they have 3 points. Nistro, Yusho, Howard have 1. Yugi has 0. He got nothing. Let's set up the next duel. Let's see, Rin versus Antinomy. Rin. Where is Rin? There is Rin. Rin is one of the characters that has a really fancy backup boss monster. She has her Wind Witch stuff, which can do so much. But she has some other fancy cards in her deck. And if the opponent helps out, then it gets even better. Rin versus Antinomy, let's go. Antinomy is going to start us off. Let's see what we have. Just 2 sets. Don't tell me just like Yugi you can't do anything. Although I think Antinomy might just want to combo and attack immediately. Mystical Space Typhoon. Getcha. Mystical Space Typhoon. There's a Blizzard Bell. There's Takatomborg. This can be special summon, so we get a level 8 Synchro. Yeah, Rin borrowed a few Speedroid cards from Yugo. Just always called it the Haunted, which is useless anyway, which means it really was a brick opening hand, I think. For Antinomy. Gets Harpy Feather Dust to destroy a set. Oh, there is the card. Pay half the life point. Here is Supreme King Zark. Zark's effect can destroy all other cards. Oh, there's a spell. That's a spell activation. Isn't that what they needed? You're not going to play it? When your opponent activates a spell card or effect, you can banish the from the given and a Supreme King. They decided not to play it, but if the opponent activates a spell while that card's in the grave and Zark is on the field, you can get rid of Zark, put 4 Supreme King cards from the extra deck on the field. A Fusion Dragon, a Pendulum Dragon, and a Tease Dragon, and a Synchro Dragon. I thought that was going to happen, but they wanted to keep Zark. But they couldn't attack with it anyway. Still advantage Rin, but at least Antinomy has some cards on the field. What does Wind Witch Chimes do? I don't remember. Oh, they can use that. Terra Top. I guess to draw an attack away from Diamond Bell, but they can't defeat Diamond Bell right now anyway. So that's just letting it be destroyed. Rin can attack again. But Antinomy at least got going. So that's good. There's a Blizzard Bell. Gets another destruction. Technically, the Striker is out. Antinomy has 1 more turn for this duel. Does have a Rush Rhino. Is that enough to work with? Does he have enough to beat Diamond Bell? Or trying to beat, with its effect, beats Blizzard Bell. So I guess they'll take that. They take less damage next turn. But Diamond Bell can still do most of their life points in damage. Pot of Avarice gets him 2 more draws. You might have noticed some characters have the occasional forbidden card, or let's say limited card at 2 copies. I don't intend to make any of the characters broken, but if I felt like it fit the deck, then it was fine. It wasn't... I'm not going to make super deadly combos with so many forbidden decks, like forbidden cards. But occasionally I feel like if it fits the deck, I'll still allow it. Oh, that's a finisher! Antinomy actually takes it! Because they left the weaker monster in attack position. Didn't they already know that there was another Rush Rhino? Maybe they forgot. Whatever it is, Antinomy takes game 1. Antinomy wins the initial duel of the Synchro matchup. And Antinomy again starts game 2. So many second players going first. It feels almost not possible. Like, it is possible. It's almost a 50-50 chance individually. But it's weird to see. Mystical Space Typhoon to take out the set. Which is Mystical Space Typhoon, just like last time. It wasn't the previous matchup that happened. Blizzard takes a Werewolf, nothing major happens, but Werewolf does add Rhino. Rhino we know can beat Blizzard Bell with its effect. Cyber Dragon, and we're gonna get a Synchro Cyber Magician. Which one? Librarian? Yep, Hyper Librarian. Boost to both monsters because they control the Tegeus. That's good for Antinomy. Wind isn't out of this yet. Lance, nope. Yeah, Freeze Ball on its own doesn't summon the rest. It's Ice Bell that can add extra monsters. Rin, you have one more turn and you're gonna get 2 0'd by Antinomy. Destiny draw? There's Ice Bell. That could make some combos. Brings us Glass Bell. Both effects go off. Glass Bell adds Blizzard Bell. Ice Bell deals 500 damage. Blizzard Bell comes out, we get a level 7 Synchro. Synchro Shokan! Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Yeah, it's not just the Speedroids that she borrowed. And now level 5 or higher activates its effect. It's mandatory. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon takes that, eats it up, gets extra attack points, beats Cyber Dragon. And then Blizzard Bell adds damage. Not quite. But with Forbidden Lance, it's weakened. Blizzard Bell still beats it. Oh, Rin is taken over. They got Ice Bell exactly when they needed it. The perfect card. Cyber Dragon comes out, beats Blizzard Bell. Okay. Probably the best he could do. And swords again. Okay. There's another Ice Bell. But Pot of Avarice first to get some extra draws. Put stuff back in the deck. Which one was that? A Haji kit. Tuners are probably all out of the graveyard. Except for Cyber Magician, but he probably can use it. Gee. Soul the Supreme King. Why are you summoning that now? You can't use it. Because they want to use the effect, but it's always negated by the trap? And it's gonna get sent away. Now you just lowered your life points again. You have 2400 attack. BLS! But they don't realize that Clear Wing Synchro Dragon still stops that. That's 5500 attack for a Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Unfortunately, they lose it at the end of the turn, but it was nice for a moment. Still BLS. There's another Zark Summoner. Like, they can use it. The source is gone now. But the attack booster is there too. Does Zark deal damage? If so, this could still do something? Do we have enough in the grave for Pot of Avarice? Win Lance is good. That'll work. Soul of the Supreme King. They have to finish it up now. Go Zark. Pretty sure Zark can attack. But that does mean they're left with nothing. No, wait, no. They keep Zark for the next turn. It's during the end phase of the next turn that he goes away. That's Warwolf. So Zark just existing there is enough defense. But Raigeki, but that's saved by Forbidden Lance, so that's good. Zark still lives. But Rin needs a good draw, because otherwise Cyber Dragon will defeat them next turn. Freeze Bell doesn't do anything on its own. I think it's over. Antinomy takes it 2-0. Rin has been defeated, summoned Zark on multiple occasions, but could not get past the Excel Synchro Specialist, who didn't even need to use Excel Synchro to get past this time. Antinomy wins 2-0. Rin joins Yami Yugi at the bottom of the score list. Angie and Disa. I'm looking forward to this matchup. Angie. From the World Championship Games 2009 to 2011. Basically the Shadol deck that I used competitively after the second wave of support for Shadols. And then for Disa, she had a Monarch deck in Tag Force 3. I upgraded it a lot. It's a very powerful Monarch deck. No extra deck, because that would get in the way of some of the Monarch support. Disa's going to start us off. Yep. That was Stormforth. This is Tenacity, I think. Foolish Burial sends. Oh, I forget some of the names. Mithra. Sets up the token. They can't tribute to him? Oh, they couldn't attack anyway. Change of heart, they take the opponent's monster, which is then enough to synchro at Falco. Here comes level 5. Armades. Mirror Force is not going to help when Armades attacks. And Wyver Burst that can be played because Falco is in the graveyard. Today, okay. Summons the other one, which allows another tribute summon. Her ace from Tag Force, Caius. Get rid of Wyver Burst and not the other one? I guess so that way they can't search Collapse Serpent. Shadol Core stops the attack from Medea. Okay. There's no monster in the grave now. No, there's Armades as a light, but there's no dark in the grave. Shadol Core takes a day, huh? You gonna set Skomata? Skomata's effect. Target a monster in the field and destroy it. Ooh. So that's how they're gonna take our Caius. And once that dark is in the grave, they have Chaos Sorcerer next. I'm gonna go for Shadol Core first. The effect won't work because there's no other Shadol cards. But there's no Shadol spells and traps in the grave. Karaz, okay. Destroys the card, but Karaz then can't attack the battle phase. I think they still have the battle phase, just Karaz can't attack. Shadol Fusion. But the Monarchs aren't going to special summon from the extra deck. So then Shadol Fusion's extra effect is not going to help, so they don't have enough. Prime Monarch, okay. Guess those cards away. Karaz out. Ether comes in, sends the other Prime Monarch. Here comes another Ether. The Monarchs are showing why they were meta. I think I used Monarch for a little bit while they were meta. I enjoyed playing them. I took some ideas from that deck with some ideas from Deesa's original deck and combined them for this one. Not they're gone, but it's not enough to beat Caius. Deesa's looking good. It will be interesting if Deesa becomes both the winner of the Champions Cup and the King's Cup. There's 4 GX characters that are in the King's Cup, Deesa being one of them. But Deesa is the only one that's currently qualified at the time of this stream for Champions Cup. There's already 9 qualifiers, still 7 spots open. So, no wait, no, Tanya is in there too. Tanya is both in King's Cup and already qualified for Champions Cup. And then who are the others from GX? Aster Phoenix hasn't won a tournament in Champions Cup yet. And someone else, but I shouldn't talk about that too much. I should pay attention. The Monarchs win. Deesa gets game 1 over Angie. Now, Angie with Shadow Fusion does like when the opponent summons from the extra deck. Because then Shadow Fusion just allows you to take stuff from the main deck to summon with, which makes it a lot easier. That doesn't happen with Monarchs because they don't play an extra deck. Deesa will start us off again. We'll try to make it a 2-0. We've had 3 2-1 victories to start off this stream. We've had 2 2-0 victories since. Similar opening to last time. Not that one though. But now Angie has Mathematician, which gets her whichever Shadow effect she wants. No, play Shadow Dragon instead for the attack. 4,000 to stop Shadow Dragon? Really? Is that worth it? You really just want to keep that monster to tribute? I guess they really do. They're banking on that. They have Mega Monarch. That doesn't work. With Stormforth it does, though. They can tribute both. No, just the opponent. They had Vanity's Fiend. Neither player can special summon now. That looks down most of Angie's strategies. No Shadow Fusion for you. Seeing as a Shadow game, sure you can send something. Shadow Beast gets you a draw, but what is it gonna do to you? Not much, because you can't special summon. They need a set Squamata, I think, because that destroys a monster. Ooh, they got rid of Vanity's Fiend, though. But they have a lot of offensive force. Okay, the lower attacking actually works. Mathematician with another draw. Special summons are available, but they don't matter. Turn 5, Deesa gets it. Overpowered Angie. Locked down the special summons for a bit. That was a pretty quick match. And it's Deesa that gets the victory. Hi Light, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Deesa with the quick victory, showing that she's not just good in Tag Force 3 with her initial Monarch deck, but her upgraded Monarch deck is a scary one too. Now we're gonna get Roman Goodwin against Brooke Walker next. Roman Goodwin, Dark Signer using the Spider cards. And Brooke Walker, who played one tag duel in Zexal, but in her past used the Mermail cards. Not in the duel that we saw on screen, but in a flashback she was shown to have Mermail, so I gave her Mermails. I tried a level 10 deck with Sky Palace Gangaridai. Wasn't able to make a deck that I liked, so I gave her the Mermail instead. Let's go. Match number 7. Three 2-1 victories and 3 2-0 victories. What's next? Brooke starts. The Atlantean Prince pitches Dragoons, gets the Dragon. That's Mermantian, by the way. It's not just Mermail. Mulan Glacier for later. Okay. Brings out Abyss Megalo. Maglo gets a spell of Trap, which I think there's an equip spell and then a Sphere. They have Mizuchi. Dragoons get some Deep Sea Minstrel. Equips the Megalo, but they can't attack yet. No entry is nice for Roman. That can stop attacks. Okay, that's one card negated. Does it just stay negated forever? Well, it doesn't really matter. They don't have to play the other one. I think playing that Solidarity first to get rid of the equip spell is probably good. Spider forces a monster into defense position after they have attacked, and then they can't change that battle position manually during the next turn. So it's a pretty nice stall card. But it does allow an attack initially. There's Lapis Dragon. Added by a card effect, so that's a special summon with a level 5 tuner. There's another tuner, Deep Sea Minstrel. What's her next play? 5 plus 7 equals 12, but it's a link summon. Never mind. Marin's core element, yeah. Okay, there's some of that. Get Lapis Dragon back. I'm gonna link with that. Then Mulan Glacier comes out. Ooh. The final 2 cards in the hand are gone. Level 6 Synchro. Okay, that was the Synchro colors. Bryanak to get rid of the other cards? Is that gonna happen? Oh, and that was sent as a cost, so that gets rid of Spiderweb. Oh, that's looking good. No entry switches them to defense, though. But Roman needs something. Link monsters can't go to defense, so Coral Animal was able to attack. Infernity Beetle. Monster Reborn into the Spider. That gives us a level 6. With Solidarity's boost, though, I think it just initially was negated. It has its power back now, 2300. Yeah, probably have to take a Mulan Glacier, but at the same time, you also have to take a Bryanak. There's so many possibilities, and they have link summons possible. Probably not good. They summon a card that gets immediately just attached. But Bryanak can just get rid of it, right? Deep Sea Diva. Yep, that's going to be another Synchro or big link summon. I don't think there's a lot of links in that deck. With more Xyzes and Synchros. Bryanak just gets rid of Arachnid and Solidarity. Solidarity, I don't see the reason for it. The waste of a card, unless you're going to activate an Atlantean's effect. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon has a really nice negate card. Both Rin and Brook Walker have that card. There's a Halka Fibrax. We saw that once before with Yusho, I believe. Brook has it too. This armored B is going to be the best. You can take out something. Or can you? This Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon just negated your effect. Bye-bye. I think game 1's over. I'm pretty sure game 1's over. What do you think? Is game 1 over? I think Brook Walker is about to win. Roman, you got beat. Brook's a pro duelist for a reason. She's good. Game 1 goes to Brook. And still mostly player 2 going first. It's so unlikely, but it keeps happening. Brook goes first, alright. I'll have to look into this because we've seen someone go first. Extremely unlikely how often it's been. There's a frog engine in that deck too. There's frogs, there's Deep Sea, there's Mermill, there's Atlantean. There's a lot possible in Brook's deck. Big O Synchro, level 8. Boral Load Savage Dragon. No link monster in the graveyard yet, so no negates possible with it, unfortunately, but it's still a nice 3000 attack monster. Terraform, we get Spider, that's probably good. Crossover Beetle is a nice monster with piercing damage, but you can't do much with it yet. I realize that the the sleeves that Roman has are the pendulum thingy, but it looks a lot like a spider web. So that's how I went with that. I've chosen the sleeves, the mate's base, the area that they're in, from what was available to me anyway for the characters, but I can't choose their mate, unfortunately. So that's random every time. Spiderweb puts it in defense, forces stay in defense for the next turn as well. Also, it's like if there's another insect, yeah, then it's piercing, because otherwise it would have dealt piercing to the fishborg. So they're already gone. So even if there's another insect in the grave, that power would be gone. Okay, that seemed useless. No entry switches them to defense. Not much you can do. But it was last turn the cross sword attack, so they can't switch that to attack vision. Kokimaru Beetle can. Will deal piercing, because all the insects get the effect. But because there's no insect in the hand, Beetle would be destroyed during the end phase unless they Xyz it away. The Traptrix Alamiris. But that still isn't going to really help them. Warlord Savage into attack again. Dragoons first. 3,000 attack, but nope, Spider Egg. Wait, does that not allow an attack? Negate the attack and summon the tokens, okay. Then Call of the Hunter to get cross sword. Solidarity for a boost. So that's some nice piercing damage. Warlord's still in the field, but the damage is on the other side. That's multiple nice defense monsters. Roman's not doing too bad considering that 3,000 attacker in the other field. There's a Deep Sea Diva. We're gonna see another Synchro. Another Deep Sea Diva. We're gonna link summon with the two of them? Yes. And the link monster we gonna see is Crystron Halkifibrax. Bring out a new tuner. Link summon again. And we make Coral Anemone, which you could have made before as well. I'm not sure why you didn't need to go through Halkifibrax. They have 3 monsters now. And with Coral Anima not being able to go to defense position, they can attack with that again next turn. While Swap Frog and Borderlord Savage Dragon are now stuck in that position. Actually, nope, Swap Frog is not. Because they've resummoned it. So only Borderlord Savage Dragon cannot manually change battle position next turn. Torrential Tribute is good. Gets rid of the opponent's cards. Does require them to summon something. Which happens right there. Torrential Tribute takes in the field. So Roman has a shot at this. And with the opponent, Roman still has his 8,000 life points. You'd think with the field presence that Brooks had, Roman would have had damage. But this is only the first one. Cataclysmic Circumpolar Chilblania. It's a card that I found that I thought would fit Brooks' deck in case some stuff happens, and then she can bring it out. It's a nice card to have. 2,600 attack, only 200 defense. So it can be beaten, which will happen here by Beetle. But they didn't attack. And then they forgot that Beetle gets destroyed in the end phase, so that was an absolute waste. $1,200 life points left. Brooke brings out... Wait, with this juice? Really? Does she really want something in attack position? Is that it? That's just 2 Infernity Beetles. That can now beat that. And almost... It's 200 life points for Brooke. Wait, who won the first game? It was Brooke, right? I need to actually make a note of this. Just in case I forget if the duel takes long, I want to make sure I actually remember. I'll make a note of it in chat. Brooke won the first one, yeah. Pretty sure she overpowered him. Why would they take out their own field spell? Wait, to force them to stay in attack position? So that if they draw a monster, they can make use of it. They didn't need to draw a monster. That was smart, though. By taking out Spiderweb, they forced the Atlantean Prince to stay in attack position, knowing Infernity Beetle could then attack. And because it left the field spell left the field, the monster Infernity Beetle would have been able to switch attack position again earlier. So that's 1-1. That's game 3. That was really well played from Roman. Who's gonna win this third game? We've broken the streak of the 2-0 victories. We have to go to a game 3 here. Roman played that game really well. Outside of the Kokimaro Beetle playing to the end. But that was a really, really smart ending. Three monster synchro. We have Barlow Savage Dragon again. Again without a link monster first, so no actual negation, but it's still a strong monster to have on the field. Spider-Web drawn. Ooh. Monster Reborn again, Aqua Spirit. Okay. Armor B gonna weaken Savage Dragon? So you can beat both? Well played. Not sure if you wanted the monster defense though. Maybe we should have played Spider-Web main phase 2. No, but they just Xyz summon now. Utopia again? No, that's Taya with Utopia. Malevolent Sin. Malevolent Sin, because they have spiders. A lot of spiders and insects. Not a lot of options left for Brooke. Dragoon just goes out, but it's to bring out their other monster, which can be Malevolent Sin. If it wasn't for Mirror Force. Brooke has nothing. Empty field. Empty hand. Roman, this is where you take over. Doomdozer. Wait, can they not summon Doomdozer? There's not enough in the grave. It's just Infernity Beetle. Because the opponent doesn't have a monster, Malevolence can't put anything in the grave for Doomdozer. Now they can, though. So it was probably a bad idea. Because that, well, actually, they don't know that Doomdozer's in the hand. Put something in the grave, banish the monster till the end phase, but that summons Doomdozer. That's 47. He came back, a really smart game 2, and then an overpowering game 3. Well played, Roman Goodwin. Roman Goodwin beats Brooke Walker in the first week. Roman gets 2-1. Next up, we got Quattro and Aster Phoenix, our gimmick puppet player, against Destiny Heroes. I did not give Aster Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. I felt that that would be too much, because that's an extremely powerful card. If I ever build a V5 deck for Aster, which I probably will at some point, he will get that card. Right now, most of the characters have a V4 deck, so there's final wave support, so there's the occasional card that is not in their deck that would make them so much stronger. Right, there's Quattro. Aster Phoenix. There. Let's go. Ooh. Player 1's going first. Fancy. So we're gonna start with Quattro. Gets 800 damage off. Gets his gimmick puppet in the graveyard so that Fairy Doll can be used later. The Monster Reborn sends it to Aster's field. Those are not great stats though. So what are you gonna do with it? Fusion it because it's a dark monster. For Destiny Hero Dangerous. Okay. And then Premature Burial Dyne Attack back? Okay. You don't see Dyne Attack on the field much. Wait, and then fuse it with Dangerous? Huh? I guess they never had 2 Destiny Heroes now, but I feel like that was a bit of a waste of Premature Burial. Like, this guy's probably better than Dangerous. But to keep Premature Burial for later plus Polymerization is probably a good idea. Drago back on the field. There's a gimmick for a Magnadol gets summoned. Which one are they going to go with? Both Strings and Giant Grinder would be good. They chose Strings to beat it by battle, but it's Mirror Force face down. They should have gone with Giant Grinder, but there's Xyz Reborn. Why did they not play during the battle phase? So they could actually beat it. Also, he seems very forgetful about the fact that he can put string counters on the opponent with number 40. He often forgets it. Power boost. Dystopia. Set card gone. Marshalling Field is getting a Margin Chaos Force, but that doesn't work if you don't have a monster to play it on. Advantage Aster Phoenix. There's a Junk Puppet. That can help. Wait, does that bring back an Xyz as well? Can that work? Oh, they could just summon it like that. Very dull Gear Changer. Get number 15, destroy Dystopia, then power it up. Yes, I think they see the combo. Never mind. Dystopia's effect. But number 40 comes out now. I don't think they can use it again, because they already... Yeah, because their attack is back to normal. Here comes Chaos number 40. That's strong enough to beat Dystopia. Notice how the fields and hands are both empty except for Chaos number 40. And the one that can use a card in their graveyard is Quattro, with Dreridol being able to resummon itself. Dogma gets added, that's useless. Advantage Quattro now. Okay, Scissor Arms sends a Gimmick Puppet to the grave. And attack for more damage. We know Dogma's in the hand. Astro, what do you have? You need something good now or you're going to lose game 1. They have nothing. Quattro's going to take game 1. With Chaos number 40. It's 1-0 Quattro. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat just in case I forget. That way I remember to... That I actually give the correct scores. That would be good to give the correct scores. Aster Phoenix is starting us off in game 2. Plasma in the grave early. Maybe we're set up later. Ooh, that's not good. They have a bunch of monsters that either need to be in the grave or need someone already on the field to special summon. Shadowfield wants to be in the grave. There's Destiny and Dragoon. Fusion Destiny's a scary card. Harpy's Feather Duster takes out the 1 set. Yeah, that's not a good start at all for Quattro. He can brick. Once he gets going a bit, he usually has quite a lot of cards to keep going and summon his Xyzes regularly. Dogma out now to half the life points further. As Destiny and Dragoon come back, I think during their own standby phase. But that's Monster Reborn to bring it to their field. Torrential to take them both out. Now Destiny and Dragoon does activate. Banishes a Destiny hero, summons itself back. But Bottomless Trapple banishes it, so that's not going to come back next because it's already banished. Quattro has options now. Get Scissor Arms. Okay, you can actually play. Has a monster to summon. Has a card in the grave. Has an Egghead. Egghead, discard either Shadow Feeler or Dreridol, I'd say. Make it level 8. Special Magnet Doll. Make it level 8. No, that is deal the damage, because I realized that Astro Phoenix has nothing. And he still doesn't have anything. So being able to use one of your big ones, your big monsters, is strong. It's good. Shadow Field to the grave. Makes it level 8. Here comes Dreary Doll. Are we going to see Magnet Doll as well? No, not yet. Give me Puppet or Strings for 3,000 damage. Why not summon Magnet Doll? Just add another 1,000 damage. You could have won. No, it's only if your opponent controls a monster. That's right. Okay. I misremember the effect. That's on me. Both below 1,000 points. That's enough. That's enough power. Astro Phoenix beats Scissor Arms. Takes it to 1-1. We go to game 3 between Quattro and Astro Phoenix. Yay! First player going first. I like to see it. The Quattro starts us off again. That's a better opening hand for him. And set up the graveyard with Scissor Arms has something to play with. But he sets Gear Changer. Because leaving Scissor Arms in attack maybe isn't what they want. Ooh, D-Force. If they can bring out Plasma, that's pretty scary. Discard Malicious. Summon the second one. Pretty sure Aster's extra deck is purely fusions. No links. Raigeki, okay. Diffusion. Okay, that could get rid of the mons in the field, but then... is that then protected from Raigeki? Is that how that works? Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Yeah, smart play. Smart play. Sends a Scissor Arms, plays Junk Puppet to get Gear Changer. You can make a rank 4 Xyz then? What rank 4 Xyz do they have that can beat Dystopia? Yukigon X. No, that just adds another monster. They don't have Dark Rebellion, I think. Even Dark Rebellion, I think, wouldn't beat... Is there a quick effect the other one I have? No, that's only if Dystopia has different attack, okay. Marshalling Field helps survive. Adds Argent Chaos Sword, but that's only going to really help when he brings us his big Xyzes. Malicious banished, gets another Malicious. All 3 to the grave for Dogma. And Plasma's in the hand still. So if you have Polymerization, that's Destiny and Dragoon right there. Draw hand comes back. Both get a draw, half life points. Advantage right now, Aster, but it could still change. Not looking too good. Because Draw hand's going to attack first. Or Drill Dark for piercing. Twilight Joker does get the summon. Okay. That protects them. Draw hand will lower it to 400 though. Never mind, I forgot that card adds to the field, not the hand. Still not looking too good though. Junk Puppet, that summons something. Buried Doll summons itself. Junk Puppet summons Twilight Joker. Xyz. 40 doesn't beat Dogma. They need number 15. Yeah, they need to take out Dogma with that. It's often a smart choice. But they can do it multiple times? But it's not an Xyz monster, so they don't deal damage, right? How it is? Yeah, only damage if it was an Xyz monster. But they got rid of both. They play Chaos 40. They should upgrade. Why are you not doing rank of magic on your number 15 and then just attack? Did you just lose? Did you mess up, Quattro? Here comes Destiny and Dragoon. And there's Monster Reborn for Dystopia. Okay. 1600 damage, just need another 400. That's that one gone. Effect damage, you're done. Yeah, they had Fusion Destiny, so Dragoon was going to come out anyway, so I think Asta would have won no matter what Quattro did the turn before. That is a 2-1 victory for Aster Phoenix. Two matches left. And the next one we have is Yami Merrick against Miss Chono. Miss Chono's probably, next to Disa and Angie, the least known character of all of them in this tournament. Because she's manga. She's from the manga. She doesn't even duel there. I think she has a really fun deck. I started with some normal monsters with the snake hair. Give her some more normal monsters. Give her advanced ritual art. I think it's a really fun deck to play. Really fun deck to see in action. But Merrick has one of those unique decks that's... Yeah, it's unique because it's not quite normal. It's a burn deck. It's a chain burn deck. Not like a super chain burn deck, more just burn with a few chain cards. But it's still a burn deck. But Miss Chono is definitely not one to underestimate. Yami Merrick's going to start us off this goal. Oh, what a friendly piece of music for Merrick. For these evil characters. One of them is actually a villain. The other one's just... She expels people from the school. Rescue Rabbit. They can't bring out Megalo Smasher, but they can bring out these two. And Xyz into some of the warrior Xyzes that they have, and they choose Blade Armor Ninja. Go for the double attack, but I don't think that's going to work out too well. Threatening work. Also, they special summon it, so if Pachycephalo just flip summoned, that's bye-bye Blade Armor Ninja. That seems like the smartest thing to do. Pot of Greed gets some extra draws, nice. Pachycephalo takes the Blade Armor Ninja. Stop special summon, so her ace can't come out now. And her ace is a ritual. Just normal summon the Pachycephalo, just attack from there. Yeah, it's a burn deck, but Pachycephalo can just do regular damage too. Looks good early on from Eric. Magic Cylinder for another 2,000. Well, that is something that Pachycephalo can't beat. They've already dealt quite a lot of damage, so Merrick from here can probably just stall and burn. Ring of Destruction, that works. As long as the destroyed monster is lower attack, I think, than the opponent's life points. That's good. Both take 2,000. Only 1,600 left from Miss Chono. We know one of the sets is just desserts. I remember that. Blazing Mirror Force. Is that half the attack and damage or full? I don't quite remember. Okay, they just played the same field spell again. Why? I don't know, but it is Blazing Mirror for destroying both monsters. Everyone takes half their total attack and damage. Merrick gets game 1. Didn't see much of Miss Chono's deck at all. Let's see if that changes in game 2. Miss Chono will start. Lagyar Dolka, those are both in the extra deck. No Photon Pappy Operative to switch it to attack. But that's a bunch of special summons. That's Pachycephalo. That's not good. Pachycephalo really coming in clutch here. And because they decided to use Link Spider's effect first, that's just an extra card gone. Yeah, he doesn't want to attack with the 600 attacker. I can see why. I say it's still looking good for Merrick. Okay, Raigeki. Pachycephalo gone. Special summons are open. Rescue Rabbit, here we go. Back into the World Chalice, and gives us an Xyz of... Magic-y Spirit Part 2. Brings out a normal monster. The snake are added to the hand. No Blazing Mirror Force this time, but there is a Magic Cylinder for the Magic Key. 2,000 damage back. There's not a lot of cards in Merrick has that can stop attacks. Ooh, is that a Logia? Logia would be good against Merrick. No, they go for the attack power of Dark Rebellion and Seize Dragon. Not what I would have done. Okay. Chain Strike's nice. Play Balance with Judgment. I don't think that's a card to play here. Blackluster Soul is really nice to have in the hand. Because that can actually search for the Ritual spell. And if you play Advanced Ritual Arts, you don't need anything else in hand. That's one of the reasons I really like Legendary Swordsman. Because now they can just summon it. Assuming there's enough normal monsters left. Because they played Rescue Rabbit, they played their Magic Key. They have enough normal monsters left. At least one the Snake, I believe. Oh yeah, and of course Blue Eyes. They have one copy of Blue Eyes, our dragon. Here comes her ace. Blackluster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman. There's no Blazing Mirror Force. There's big damage. Nothing Merrick could do. He didn't have his stall cards or enough stuff like Magic Cylinder to send effect damage back. Miss Chono takes game 2. And in game 3, it's going to be Merrick going first. Dark Room to start is really nice. Got Firecracker, got a Chain Strike, Secret Barrel. Yeah, they can do stuff. Didn't summon Firecracker, though. Immediately Legendary Swordsman. Chain Strike comes out for 800 damage with another 300 from Dark Room. Early 1100. Harpy's Feather Duster, though. Waboku does protect from damage. It might be... No, actually, Firecracker would have survived with Waboku as well. Would have dealt a bit more effect damage. But being able to get rid of that early, that's good. Because Merrick now needs more stall cards to be able to survive against a Legendary Swordsman. Painful Choice gets a Megalith Smasher X. Cosmo Brain comes out, but it triggers itself to summon. Oh, the Snake. No Blue Eyes? Did they already... Oh, they send Blue Eyes, right? Yeah. Normally that summons Blue Eyes. Why would they not just keep the other one then? Why don't they just attack with Firecracker? Because now they can just keep the Snaker in the long run. That's better. All the cards shuffle into the deck. Miss Chono took over. Merrick needs an amazing card. Yeah, he's just gonna play that probably. Unless he doesn't realize what Legendary Swordsman's effect does. Actually, that's only when it destroys a monster for battle? Yeah, not quite when effect damage is dealt. But you need something now, Merrick, otherwise Miss Chono wins. Threatening War. That works. Gets an extra stall, but it doesn't help in the long run. You're not dealing effect damage in between. Miss Chono just has an extra draw. Oh, they just forgot to play Threatening War. I know the AI knows when to activate Threatening War, and it's at the start of the battle phase. Because they've done it so many times before. Merrick just forgot. And you can play it in response to an attack, but Threatening War doesn't stop attacks, it stops attack declarations. And because the attack declarations already happened, that first attack would go through. Merrick just forgot. So the win goes to Miss Chono. Didn't see much of her deck in the first game. We saw her ace in the second one. Miss Chono wins 2-1. We go to our final duel. Tanya, one of our 2 participants in the King's Cup who already qualified for the Champions Cup. Which definitely has an upgraded deck here. Can upgrade even more. I just gave her the initial wave of Arc 5 support, but there's definitely more possible. But she has that support and some really good Link monsters. And her opponent, the Dipper Orion, with... I basically gave him the Constellar deck that I used to play competitively a good many years ago. Which includes a certain spell card that summons a certain specific Xyz monster that I really like. Good trap lineup for Dipper as well. Let's see what he can do against Tanya. Our final match of today. Oh, let's play rock, paper, scissors with Girgia. Rock! Ah, I lost. Best 3 out of 5. Paper! Ah. Paper again! I lost again. Scissors! Yes, 2 to 1. Rock! 2 to 2. Paper! Yay, I win. Yeah, you can actually play rock, paper, scissors with them, which is cool. Ooh, Harpy Feather takes to the sack cards. Tanya has Amazoness, Queen, and Polymerization, but they need another Amazoness. Tiger is in the field, though. But Raigeki takes that out. Just the Harpy Feathers and Raigeki in succession. Here comes Sombre. How much that Sombre can do? No other Constellars in the grave. Onslaught's a good card. You can summon an Amazoness from the hand, so that's Queen. Why are you not summoning it? During the battlefield, you can special summon Amazoness from the hand and it gains 500 attack. Why do you not summon Queen? That's like a really good card to summon. He's gonna make M7. He loves to make Omega and then into M7. He's gonna wait for an Amazoness and then poly it? Okay, they actually are doing it this time. Gets the extra attack, is able to power over M7. There's stuff in the grave for potential new Sombre. Why they didn't play Village earlier, I don't know. Queen should have just gotten that extra attack. Tanya has a lot less life points than she needed to. There's Dark Hole. There's a Harpy Feather, so we saw Raigeki, there's a Dark Hole. The Village brings out another Queen. So how useful was that really? Terraforming, I can thin the deck out by just searching for the third village. Queen attacks. Amazon's Onslaught is a really good trap because you can just banish anything an Amazon is battled with. When that came to Duel Links, Amazon is just straight up, it was good. Amazon was a really hard deck to deal with, especially because of Onslaught. You needed to have an answer for that. Ooh, Bear can destroy back artifacts. Was that work with Village? Yep. There's a third Queen in the deck, so that actually didn't make another difference. Are they gonna pulley? No, they're gonna just attack for more damage and then pulley? Tanya seems to have the advantage. They do pulley. That has to be Amazoness Empress. Hooray! Amazoness Empress. Here we go. Can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. No, that's other Amazoness cards. However, there's piercing for all the Amazoness attackers. And if she gets destroyed, she gets Queen back on the field. But first we see NXCs. What rank 4 does that deck have? I think, no, they have Rebellion. Silent on our Arc. That doesn't destroy it, so the effects don't go off. No Village, no Empress. Really good play. Really good play by Dipper. Now Tanya's suddenly in big trouble. Fusion Recovery is nice. Brings out Spy. It's a stall for a turn, I guess. Okay. That destroys it, but that also banishes Silent on Arc. That works out. Village comes out. Spy adds it to the hand, I believe. Yes. And Village summons Amazoness Princess, which adds Amazoness Spell Chop to hand. Looking good. Summons the baby tiger. We have Polymerization. No, we just tribute summon Queen and then Polly, which makes no sense to me. Why wouldn't you just Polly before then? Empress is back out. But unless they have another Sombre, which I think they're out of, that's game over. But also, if they have a 2400 attacker, they attack Baby Tiger, that's done. Just the defense. Might be Honest, might be... No, not Pleiades. Might be Pollux. Looks like Tanya's gonna win it after all. But with 101, I thought Dipper might have it. But Tanya took it back. Here comes Piercing. They're just gonna go all out with the attack power. Adds a War Chief to him. They can't even use it yet. Boom! Tanya attacks game 1 against Dipper. But this next duel will be the last one of the week. Tanya's gonna start us off. Spiritualist War Chief to start 2 terraformings in village. Okay, they're gonna have enough of that field spell at least. They decide to thin the deck out early. The village something at the same level? Yeah. So that now actually Spiritualist is level 2, so that's hard to deal with. Omega. Someone going to see M7 immediately? No, they trust Omega with the attack. Spiritualist out. Village does summon Baby Tiger, which is level 2. So here comes M7 then. Two sets. It is a strong spell and trap lineup in that deck. But we saw that Tanya can do a lot too. Amazoness Call. Adds Onslaught. Really powerful trap. Compulse sends that away. And they destroy Amazon's Onslaught. That's a good hit. Onslaught does bring Spiritualist to the field, though. That adds Polymerization. So there's a fusion probably coming next turn. And there's more Baby Tigers in the deck, I believe. I don't remember if it's 2 or 3, but at least one is summoned. But it's sent back to the hand. However, I believe the Baby Tiger becomes Tiger on the field, yeah. They can summon War Chief. Here comes her other fusion. Amazoness Pet Liger. That's the same power as M7 right now. Torrential Chigu takes out the field. But that brings out War Chief, who sets Polymerization and still gets an attack off but Mirror Force. But Village goes off indefinitely, right? Or is that a once per turn? Okay, it is once per turn. I was gonna say, otherwise it's a bit much. Elky 80 comes out. 1600 damage. It's nice. Best they can do right now. But now War Chief can summon itself. But Vanity's Emptiness. Ooh, that's a powerful card. But Tiger plus Onslaught banishes it, which actually is bad. They shouldn't have played Onslaught. Because if Algieta would have gone to the grave, it would have been better. Rank of Magic, the 7th one, but they can't play it because of Vanity's Emptiness. That's the first time, even past all of the test duels they've done with the deck, that he's actually drawn into that during the draw phase, and he can't play it. I was about to say, if they wouldn't have played Onslaught during the battle phase last turn, Algieta would have gone to the grave, Emptiness would have been destroyed by its own effect, and then they could have summoned War Chief with Onslaught. Didn't go with it, but then at least they would have had... Dipper would have had his Xyz. But now it's a dead card in the hand. There's a Link summon. Mrs. Radiant gives a boost to Pet Liger. The safe 6,400 life points for Tanya. She's leading right now, and it's one set card for Dipper. Queen. There's Call. Adds Tiger. Tiger summon. Gets a lot of attack points. Pet Liger finishes it. No Mirror Force. But Amazon is village. Also, Onslaught can still summon the queen. This is Radiance effect, targets War Chief, adds it back to the hand. Village summons queen. Baby Tiger's effect summons a baby tiger. Queen finishes it off. Tanya beats Dipper 2-0. Maybe we'll see rank of Magic the 7th one next week. Okay, so Tanya wins 2-0. I'm gonna just get rid of this real quick while I figure out how to show you the rankings. Is that at the bottom? It's probably at the bottom. Just undo this. There we go. No, yes. Okay. I need to refresh it probably for the scores to go in. So I want to show you the standings. The score didn't go through properly. That's not good. Not quite how I had the points in mind. The set wins were supposed to be different. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like. I might have to make a new bracket with a different point system. And just re-add the same results from this time in. Because the set win point was supposed to also go into this. And not be a tiebreaker. Because this looks like it's a tiebreaker now. It's supposed to just add to this point, these points. And then it's Buchholz is the first tiebreaker, then wins against tied opponents, then points difference. But alright, I'll figure that out before next week. Our 4 leaders right now who all got 2-0 victories. Taya Gardner, who beat Yugi. Yami Yugi. Obliterated him. Tanya, Disa, and Antinomy. Then our other winners, Jack Atlas, Tricky Tominoma, Blue Maiden, Roman Goodwin, Miss Chono, and Aster Phoenix. Our losers are Quattro, Yami Merrick, Brooke Walker, Nistro, Yusho Sakaki, and Howard X. Miller. And the 2-0 losers, Rin, Angie, Dipper Orion, Yami Yugi. After seeing the decks in action for week 1, which of these characters do you think has a shot at the title? Which of the decks you think, oh, this one I think is the best? They might lose 1 or 2, but they might be good in total. You didn't see much of Yugi, and I know Yugi's one of the strongest. I know it. But how far he'll get, we have yet to see. This was just week 1 of 19 of the Master Duel Kings Cup in Season 1. Taya, Tanya, Disa, and Antinomy are the leaders right now. Thank you very much for watching this first stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you're watching the YouTube VOD or in the Twitch chat right now who you think will be the champion of Kings Cup. I hope to be able to do this stream weekly. The occasional week I might miss due to either a vacation or because I'm really busy with stuff like work. But most weeks I will have this, and I will let you know on my Discord exactly which day, because usually I don't do this on Monday like I did today, because then I work. But I'll let you know in the Discord exactly when they're going to happen. Master Duel Kings Cup, somewhere during the work week. And then we have the Champions Cup qualifiers, and eventually the Champions Cup, which are for this season are on Tag Force 3 during the weekends. And for both, the VODs will go up on YouTube in the days following the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you always remember that you are worth it.